What's good? What's good? We are back. Promo Palace LLC vlogs. I'm the owner of Promo Palace LLC, Paul Pickett. Check us out at promopalace.biz. These vlogs are brought to you by Dizzle Brand Premium Luxury Liqueur and New Litter Apparel. Today we got to talk about Universal Music Group removing their artist music off of TikTok. And as anybody that knows me, I advocate heavily for TikTok, as TikTok gets a lot better results than most platforms, and their algorithms actually push content out further than most platforms when you get a certain amount of engagement or interaction. Um, let's state the obvious here. It's a money grab. Universal is puffing their chests out, thinking that their catalog or is worth more than everybody else's, or they're just not nobody, or they're thinking everybody's not getting a fair share, so they're basically puffing out their chest. Let's state some more obvious. I've seen articles where Universal said, "Oh yeah, we're doing this for the benefit of the artists." That is complete BS. Complete BS. They are not doing this for the benefit of the artists. They're doing this for the benefit of Universal Music Group. All right, what does it mean? What effects will it have? What does this really mean across the board? Who does this really hurt the most? All right, does it hurt artists like Drake and Kendrick and Nicki if they get removed off of TikTok? Um, I guess it could somewhat. Maybe Drake and Nicki more than Kendrick, and Kendrick actually probably got a bunch of TikToks of his songs too. So I would think it would hurt them somewhat as far as promoting the music and the brand, the singles, the albums, and things of that nature. How far their reach goes out. I think removing it for TikTok is not a smart move, not a smart play at by any means whatsoever. Simply because if you're trying to break an artist and break music, TikTok is clearly one of the top two platforms, with TikTok and YouTube leading the way of typically how you break artists on the internet. Um, it's also going to affect the influencers' accounts, because now you got a lot of dance influencers or just whatever influencers, whatever their niche is. They're playing. They got Drake's music in the background. They got Kendrick's music in the background. Nicki Minaj music in the background of their posts, and now these posts have been muted. The audio has been muted. Now TikTok has given them options to switch the sound on those posts. I guess since TikTok knows that a lot of those sounds are being muted, but still, if you've done a certain kind of dance challenge, you've done that dance challenge to a certain song, and now you got to go find a whole nother song that fits that dance challenge with that audio. Nah, man, that's no good. Does this affect unsigned and independent artists? I don't think so. I think for unsigned and independent artists, this is a really good time on TikTok for you to try to take advantage of paying influencers to promote your music. Because now this is the thing: if you're unsigned artist, unless one of your friends is some big TikTok influencer, don't be thinking that big TikTok influencers is going to be promoting your music for free. Get out of that delusional mindset. Snap back into reality. TikTok influencers don't need to promote your music one bit. So if you ain't paying them to promote it, hey, good luck with that. You ain't breaking no songs on TikTok unless you running TikTok ads. This ain't playlist over here. Like, so when y'all go into this TikTok realm, don't be treating TikTok influencers like playlist curators, because they're not supposed to be charging anyways. It's against Spotify's terms of services. Plus, it's considered payola. It's digital payola in the music industry as well. So yeah, man. Unsigned artists, independent artists, it's a really good time for you to try to take advantage of however long Universal Music Group's gonna have their music removed. And now this is the thing: TikTok is starting to roll out the full music distribution where you can stream full songs. Because that's the thing, nobody knows yet what a 15-second clip of a song is worth on a payout. That's the thing. Universal music groups, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. We still have to decipher and figure out how much is one 15-second clip playing your music worth. How is that worth? How do we decipher how much you get paid off of that? How many views the post gets per influencer? I mean, how do you decipher that? Sometimes they only play 5 seconds of the 15-second clip. So you're gonna get paid for 5 seconds of somebody hearing your song. I don't know about that, man. I think we need to pump the brakes on that. We still don't know what the payout system should be on this short term content. Because Spotify requires 30 seconds or more for a stream. I think they might go move it up to like a minute. I think I heard rumors that they might move up the time frame to where you got to stream the song longer to be counted as a stream. And that's the thing. Like Spotify's only paying out $4 per 1,000 streams, and that's for 30 seconds or more. So if you're only getting a 5 second, 15-second stream, like what is that really worth? $2 per thousand? You know, so Universal Music Groups pump the brakes. I don't know if it was a totally good move because if their artists are dropping new music now, it's not going to release on TikTok, which is really a big platform for all these mainstream artists. All these mainstream artists are using TikTok super heavy, unless you're like a Killer Mike who's independent. You know, it's really the independent cats that aren't super super duper heavy on the TikTok realm. But all these mainstream cats, I mean, the Nickies, the Cardi B's, the Megan Thee Stallions, the NBA young boys, all these cats, man, they're getting a lot of traction from TikTok, man. If you just pull that traction out, man, that's a lot less traction than you're typically gonna get. Now you gotta rely on just YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify ain't breaking no artists. Spotify has no engagement whatsoever on their platform. And I think TikTok rolling out this full music streaming of the whole songs, I think they're gonna take over. I think they're gonna put Spotify and other places out of business. Because then if you can get in there and you could already do a 10-minute clip on TikTok, but the problem is with TikTok is they typically only have a portion of your song available to lip sync. But when they roll out the full songs, whether they're 4, 5, 6 minutes, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minute songs, they roll that out, and you could just do a full music video on the TikToks, just lip syncing to the songs. I mean, it's made things so much easier. All you need is like a good quality camera phone, a Google Pixel is what I would recommend. You don't gotta have an iPhone like everybody says. You can go with a Google Pixel, or there's some Samsungs out there that you just do the music videos to once they roll out the full song. But yeah, the obvious is it's a money grab. Another obvious is they don't really care about the artist. This isn't to benefit the artist. This is to benefit Universal Music Group's pockets, in their pockets only. We still don't know what a 15-second clip of your song is even worth on this short form content, especially since it's all short form regardless. You can't listen to the whole song on TikTok. You got to go over to Spotify or Apple or one of these other platforms, So, yeah, man. This is going to be interesting. I don't know how long Universal Music Group is going to hold out. I think TikTok is going to play hardball. I don't know that this is the thing. I don't know that TikTok needs Universal Music Group catalog to survive. They got so many different content creators with so many different niches. I mean, you got food content creators, you got art content creators, you got people who don't even show their faces that create content on TikTok. I know a dude that rarely shows his face, Green Rabbit, and he got like 17 million TikTok followers. Rarely shows his face on the channel. All he does is recycle content. You got so many different content creators. You got the dance content creators. You got these other different challenges like Triple Red does. They're like some triplets, country music singer twin triplets that were on a couple Sonic commercials, and they got a nice TikTok following, and they do these little challenges and whatnot where they're sticking their hand in something and pulling out like something to eat, and they don't know they're blindfolded or they don't know if they're eating or something like that. There's all different kinds of content creators. A friend of mine, Mr. Myrtle Beach, he just basically every morning all he does is he got the laughing sound in the background, and he grabs his coffee. He's walking up to the camera. He marches to the camera, just stares at the camera. Gives it a little weird look, and he's just got a different text every time. It might just some little quote or text for the day, and he does the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Man, I don't know that Universal Music Group removing their catalog is gonna affect TikTok one bit. I think Universal Music Group is overplaying their cards and overplaying their hands on this one. I think you unsigned artists and independent artists need to pay these TikTok influencers out here. I've taken $100 before for a client because this is of course Promo Palace LLC online marketing promotions. You see it above me and whatnot. And I've taken $100 before, less than $100, and actually got over 9 million views on TikTok, and crazy amount of likes. Just tens and thousands of likes, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments, and hundreds and hundreds of reshares, just for less than $100. Because these influencers, when you get to TikTok, this is the only platform. See, I've been doing this since the MySpace days. This is the only platform where I don't worry about when I'm paying an influencer. Are they using bots or not? I never worry about that on TikTok. Never ever have I worried about that on TikTok. I just look at their page, see their followers, look at the engagement, see what they're charging. Bam, let's pay them. Because some of these big influencers, that get a lot of traction, man, some of them only charging, 10, 15, $25 a post. My guy Green Rabbit is a little more expensive. He's like 250, 250 a post, but 17 million followers. I'm gonna get a lot of duets, a lot of views, a lot of likes, a lot of reshares, a lot of comments, a lot of engagement across the board, and people are gonna hear my client's music in the background of that post. You know, so yeah, you can actually go check out Chloe Collins and look her up on TikTok, and you'll see probably her most viewed joint on TikTok. Definitely got crazy amount of duets and views and likes and comments and reshares. And that's the really cool thing about TikTok is when people take your music and do something to it, or they duet your post, you know. That's a whole different kind of interaction that nobody else was thinking about, you know. YouTube wasn't thinking about that. Instagram. I mean, like, I don't even know if Instagram used to. They let you come in on the live, but like the actually let somebody duet the post. I don't know why Instagram hasn't done that yet, or Facebook has not brought in like allowing people to duet posts and react to the post. They're slipping, man. Just like Spotify slipping on not adding comments. All they need to do is add comments so people can comment on songs. They can comment on playlists, and you can reply to those comments and like those comments and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to. So yeah, man. Universal, I think they overplaying their hands. I don't think that TikTok is going to be hurting one bit without their catalog. I think it hurts Universal Music Group artists even more than anything, and of course the TikTok influencers as well. It messes up their accounts and a lot of their posts. Even my friend, to be honest with you, I bet I got a few posts in there. If I go to my account, I bet I got a few posts in there that got some audio muted because I probably did like a Drake song, or I know I've done a Kendrick song. So I definitely probably got some sounds that are muted, and I probably got to change the audio out on those and whatnot. And yeah, it's kind of whack. It's corny because now you go to the post and there's no audio on the post because Universal Music Group want to overplay their hand, puff out their chest, when all the other labels seem to be fine. Seem to be fine with the payouts. These labels are getting so greedy, man. They're making so much money off of these artists. They're making a shit ton off of these artists with these 360 deals. You know, before these 360 deals, they wasn't making, money off of everything, and now they're making money off of everything for these artists, and it's just plain greed, man. It's plain greed. So yeah, man. Once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Promo Palace LLC vlogs, and definitely stay tuned in. I'm gonna keep trying to pump these out a lot more and whatnot. Try to come up with some nice music industry or marketing topics. So stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm out.